Perseverance is required. We must never quit, give up, give in, or go away. Our next expert guest is Mary Elizabeth Castle, the Director of Government Relations for Texas Values. Find them at txvalues.org. What's up now? Another Texas pro-life victory. Fifth Circuit rules that Biden cannot force Texas to kill babies. Mary Elizabeth Castle, welcome once again.
Thank you so much for having me, Terry.
How was the Biden administration attempting to force emergency room doctors in Texas to perform abortions?
Well, we see this all the time with the Biden administration, where they try to twist different federal laws in order to fit their agenda. They were trying to use this 1986 rule called EMTALA that says that you must do emergency procedures on individuals in order to save their lives. And they were trying to manipulate that law and says that it would mandate that Texas doctors or doctors anywhere in the United States would have to give abortions, claiming that abortions in some circumstances are emergency medical procedures. However, the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals correctly ruled that this 1986 law, first of all, does not address abortion, and second of all, it does not mandate abortion. They were basically just trying to manipulate this law in order to change the narrative, first of all, that abortions are necessary in medical emergencies, and number two, just try to attack our pro-life laws in the state that are saving thousands of babies' lives.
Friends, back in 1986, the Department of Health and Human Services required hospitals to perform emergency services to provide emergency medical help to anyone that walked in the door. The law was called Emergency Medical Treatment Act. Friends, some hospitals had a drive-by policy. If they found out the patient in the ambulance did not have health insurance, they didn't let the EMT bring that patient into the emergency room. You had to go to another hospital, go to the county hospital, go somewhere else. Well, some people died. Well, the government said, hospitals, you must provide emergency service. Under, again, this Emergency Medical Treatment Act, passed by Congress, 1986. So, Elizabeth, Biden's administration was trying to write a loophole where, did the Texas Supreme Court rule on this issue?
So, this was actually a decision by the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. So obviously it was in this next step where it reached the appellate level. The lawsuit was brought initially from some Christian doctors and Christian OBGYNs, and of course our friends at Alliance Defending Freedom, who wanted to challenge this, basically this order by the Biden administration. So having this decision at the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, which is a higher level court ruling, is very impactful, and it'll have an effect on everyone in the Fifth Circuit. So we're very happy that we have this decision and that we can uphold our pro-life laws. And also, so the other side is that, Christian doctors who work at these hospitals don't feel like they have to perform, kind of like you said, these drive-by abortions, that their religious liberty is protected as well, and they don't have to misinterpret this federal law in order to just provide abortions on demand, which is basically what the Biden administration was requiring.
In your opinion, Elizabeth, is the Biden administration bureaucracy, which has its tentacles throughout federal government, everywhere we look, are left-leaning liberal bureaucrats trying to implement their desire, their rules, where, like the Fifth Circuit said, the law does not apply?
Absolutely. It's not just a life issue, unfortunately. We see the Biden administration doing the same thing with Title IX, where they're trying to redefine the definition of sex. so this is something that, as citizens, we have to be aware of, especially as we're coming upon an election where we're seeing the Biden administration, through bureaucracy, like you said, trying to almost write laws that obviously Congress has not passed or Congress did not intend when they passed certain laws, and, trying to enact their ideology those ways.
Must we, as believers, must we stand vigilant and never sleep, never give up, never compromise, never back up, never go away? Must we persevere in the protection of life, Elizabeth, for the protection of life from the moment of conception to natural death? How should we stand?
Yes, absolutely. It's imperative that all of us as Christians and all of us in the pro-life movement be vigilant to make sure that, first of all, in Texas, that we're making sure that our pro-life laws are being upheld and followed so we can continue to protect the thousands of lives that are being saved. And number two, continue the fight nationally as well. Some states aren't as lucky as Texas of having a heartbeat law or a Human Life Protection Act. And so we need to make sure that on the national level, we're spreading the truth of life and making sure that our nation as a whole can become pro-life.
Can our listeners find more on this issue and other issues at TexasHeartbeatLaw.com?
Yes, please visit TexasHeartbeatLaw.com to find out more information, and also visit txvalues.org if you want to find out more information there as well.
Friends, txvalues.org is the website for Texas Values. Mary Elizabeth Castle has been our guest, Director of Government Relations at Texas Values. Mary Elizabeth, thanks for being with us.
All right. Thank you so much, Terry.